Okay, so this is now part 2 from the candidate side. So I see the job posting, and now I'm going to click, I can read through, and I'm going to click the Apply Now button. And what I'll do here first is actually enter all my information, so first name, last name, email address, and I'll do my LinkedIn profile. I can read the terms and conditions, which can go through, but this is pretty standard for data and security and consent. So I can click I understand, I can click I agree, and then continue. Okay, so now it sent me a verification code just to make sure I am who I am, and I'm just going to put that in here. So, and I'm going to verify the code. I can allow access to my camera and allow access to my microphone, so I'm going to grant all permissions here. Okay. And now I'm going to start the interview. This will be a slimmed down 5-minute interview so that the demo does not take too long. So I'll start the interview. Get myself centered here.
Hello, Alan Turner. I'm Chris, and I will be your interviewer today. Welcome to your interview session. Are you ready to begin?
Hi, Chris. Yes, I am.
Thank you for joining me today. I'll be conducting a brief interview to better understand your background and experience for the Director of Shopper Research position at AceUnlock. We have about 5 minutes together, and I'll be asking questions to explore your qualifications and approach to this role. Please take your time with your responses. Let's start with your background in market research. Can you tell me about your experience in the market research industry, particularly any work you've done on both the client side and supplier side?
Yeah, of course. So I was Vice President of Analytics and Insights for a company called Chatter Research. There we did extensive work with customer experience research as well as market research. So one of the projects that I am quite happy about is we worked with a ranch in Texas called King Ranch. Their goal was to expand the reach of their leather goods products outside of Texas to other parts of the country, specifically like California, New York, and then further into, say, like Toronto and Paris and such. So we did this by writing surveys and conducting surveys with their current group of customers. And we also did extensive panel research with people who may not necessarily know King Ranch, but might interact with the brand should they be outside of Texas.
Thank you for sharing that background. It sounds like you have solid experience in customer research and market expansion studies. I'd like to understand more about your leadership experience. Can you describe a specific situation where you had to lead a team through a challenging project or high-pressure situation, and what actions you took to guide them to success?
Yeah, of course. So I led a team of up to 5 analysts. Most clients, when we start a project, want it delivered as soon as possible. Obviously, in market research studies, speed is of the essence. So one of the roles or projects that we took on was one for a company called Shore Magic. They did marine-based collagen online for Costco, and they were bringing their product in stores. So we did extensive packaging and price testing. Obviously, with price testing, we used the Van Westendorp analysis method. And with packaging, we had our panel groups select from different packaging that they like. And this was the intent to make sure that as the shopper is walking down the aisle, they can identify the product and it stands out amongst the other competitors.
I appreciate that detail about the Shore Magic project and your use of Van Westendorp analysis. Could you clarify what specific actions you took as a leader when your team was under pressure to deliver quickly, and what the outcome was for both the project and your team?
Absolutely. Most of my leadership style is what I'd say is give it a try and come back with questions. So it's very much not standing over their shoulder to make sure that they're doing it, but allowing them to take their time with the project and learn as they go. Obviously, allowing them to make mistakes, but help them correct them along the way.
Thank you for explaining your leadership approach. Now, I'd like to explore your experience with data analysis and storytelling. Can you walk me through a specific example where you had to transform complex quantitative data into actionable insights for a client, and how you presented those findings to ensure they could act on them?
Absolutely. So I worked with the Nike BOPUS team. We actually uncovered that customers buying online and picking up in store were not able to get everything they were looking for. So what we did was we added a question to ask what they were looking for and then sent them directly to the website so they continue purchasing. And this resulted in an incremental $2.1 million for the Nike BOPUS team.
That's an impressive business impact. I'd like to understand more about how you translated that finding into a compelling story for the Nike team. How did you present this complex data about the gap
so
between
stop here. So that's the interview that the client or the candidates will do. It's very straightforward, and as you can see, it's very interactive and feels very much like a natural language conversation. And this is actually what the candidate will get once the interview has been completed successfully. Okay, so what happens next? You'll get an email confirmation. The team will review the process and you'll be notified. And that's exactly what you get in the email confirmation as well. And then I can return to the job posting, and I'll just show you exactly what the confirmation email looks like here. So thank you for completing your interview. We've successfully received your responses. Next steps, our team will review and provide an update in the next 2 to 3 weeks and contact you once we're done. Okay, so this will conclude part 2, and then we'll move on to part 3, which is back to the recruiter side of candidate evaluation.